Happy Monday. I hope the weekend wasn't too full of digital ducks and all the attending FUD. DeFi seems to be exploding in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways, and so too are collectibles. And at some point, the PFP bubble has to burst, right?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
I have no idea. For DeFiers, we are now entering an important phase of the Biden administration's stance on cryptocurrencies, with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen holding a meeting of the president's working group on financial markets to discuss stablecoins today. She says, bringing together regulators will enable us to assess the potential benefits of stablecoins while mitigating risks they could pose to users, markets, or the financial system. In light of the rapid growth in digital assets, it's important for the agencies to collaborate on the regulation of this sector and the development of any recommendations for new authorities. And while you ponder on the meaning of all of that, let's briefly hear from our sponsors. With the fast-paced nature of the crypto industry, more and more wealth-building platforms are entering the market, so it's only natural to be confused about who to trust and where to hold your assets. That's why we're introducing Nexo, the world's leading digital assets institution. Being one of the safest options out there, Nexo fully protects and insures your assets for up to $375 million. You can buy crypto directly on the web platform or mobile app and start earning up to 12% interest on your idle assets. They also allow you to borrow against your crypto from 6.9% APR, and the best thing is your credit line becomes instantly available with no credit checks. You can even buy, sell, and swap 100 or so crypto and fiat pairs with zero price fluctuations. So if you're looking for a place where you can maximize the power of your crypto while having all of your assets insured, then check them out by visiting nexo.io. So the President's Working Group was established to enhance the integrity, efficiency, orderliness, and competitiveness of US financial markets. Back in December, the PWG released a statement on the regulatory issues concerning stablecoins, with the usual firm talk about money laundering and terrorism. But in reality, the paper really makes the point that a stablecoin, if called as such, should in fact be, well, stable, however it's backed. Although they do say the reserve should hold high quality US dollar denominated assets and hold them at US regulated entities, because that did a great job back in 2008.
It's just money. It's made up. Pieces of paper with pictures on it so we don't have to kill each other just to get something to eat.
Now, we only have to cast our eyes back to last year to see how rapidly money markets can slip their pegs, or as you Yanks like to say, break the buck. Now, it's interesting to see Circle becoming a public company in a bid to increase transparency around USDC. Their CEO, Jeremy Alla, released a series of tweets earlier this month echoing the language from the PWG. He said, not only will all of Circle's overall financial accounts be held to the highest standards of accountability, but ultimately all of these public disclosures will be held to the standards of the top financial regulator in the United States, the SEC. Stablecoins are really the backbone of DeFi, and while four-figure APYs are fun and all, the reality is a safe, broadly adopted DeFi market is going to have to play nice with the regulators somehow. And in particular, the US government. It's just a fact of life. Now, Yellen is broadly seen as being a crypto skeptic, but then again, so was her predecessor, Steven Mnuchin, who repeatedly warned that Bitcoin was used to support human trafficking, ransomware, and the purchase of pizza.
You're gonna stab me over some pizza? Are you serious?
But just last week, Mnuchin appeared to have softened his stance on Squawkbox, saying buying Bitcoin is no different than buying gold or some other asset. I think the underlying technology of blockchain is really incredible. There's lots of different things, particularly in fintech and finance. I went back over some of Mnuchin's statements from the last few years, and it is actually interesting how positive he always was about the technology. There is the sense that the powers above do kind of see what we see. And it'll be fascinating to see where Yellen lands on stablecoins, but as we can see from Circle and its moves with USDC, they're already trying to play nice with the regulators, and can you really blame them? But the question is really, how does this affect things like algo stablecoins, like the one that Charles Hoskinson has just proposed, or UST, or things like that? It's all up for grabs. They're discussing it today. Tune in and we'll find out what they said probably later on in the week. That's it for today's quick take. Let us know what you think about these developments in stablecoins. For now, have a great week.